Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Christian from Berlin and this has become a truly big slow blues piano tutorial. What's in it? A lot. We have smooth, warm, slow blues licks. We have run-ups, runs-downs, we have turnarounds, delicious chord tricks, especially for slow blues. So much in it. I put this in 4 chapters. The first 2 chapters are complete turnarounds I play for you, so that you can hear licks and elements embedded in a neighboring sound. Very important. And we have a special section of long licks just for the one chord, because you will want more of those. I delivered. And finally, 4th chapter, I'll play an entire final chorus of slow blues, because there's usually a little bit more oomph in it. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of work, helps this also to be seen by others, and helps my heart a lot. Let's just go and learn. Enjoy. Let's have a look at the first lick. Now, for this lick, we need a new technique that you probably haven't played before. Before I repeat the lick, we learn the down slide. Yes, this is really hard to play in up tempo. The down slide is this sound here. Look at the middle finger. In slow blues, we have the chance to learn this in an easy way, because we have time. Now, put your finger here, 3rd finger on the C sharp, 5th finger on the E, and then you first explore it for a couple of seconds. It's really important. Make friends with it, very close, like to the skin of your beloved person. Now, and like this, you stroke it a little bit, and then you get a feeling for it. And then, all of a sudden, it's not hard at all. Now the first lick. Very soulful lick. 1. And the sound makes it soulful. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and bup bup. Again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and... Now, as I always told you in my previous tutorials, that if we have a great lick, we don't have to, we are not stand-up comedians. We don't have to, like the next second, come up with something completely different, but with a new punchline. We can exploit licks. So, and you will see the main lick here is repeated, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we just echo it. And just add a little tail. We have the same lick showing up on the C7. It's the same lick, but a variation of the same lick. Now we just replace the 7th with the 8th. 1 and 2. Top note is the G now. Yeah, and it's a very musical solution to play small variations. And next thing, chord trick. Yeah, we have plenty of time to, to kill in the slow blues. It's slower, so a lot more time. And we let things breathe more in slow blues. It's less busy. So the right hand after the lick there's a whole bar empty. hope are empty, but hey, we can do something that is not filling it with silly busyness, but a little chord trick in the left hand. We do a little excursion when we have time to the chord half a step upwards to the A flat 7 or G sharp 7, two names for the same thing. And we go back. There's a little bit of tension built up and resolved. There's a great effect. It sounds very sophisticated. Left hand in the background does this. Yeah. We have quite a calm left hand in the beginning, just like in real life, in real slow blues. Towards the end, we give it a little beat. Now, you will see that I also employ another chord trick, because when we go to the C7, we play the 1 and 2 and... Now look at this. What did I do? Same, almost the same. Target chord is the C7, but we fall into the C7 from here, from the C sharp 7, into the C. Sounds very elegant. We can always do a run-up. We will do run-ups later, but this is another solution to lead into the 4 chord. Especially right hand is breathing, and so we have time, and you can focus on this chord change. So, and then I'll play like a little... Have you watched the previous easy blues piano in G tutorial? Because this is a standard thing. So I will just briefly repeat it, because our old old school 6 here, filling the G7 here. Before then, we go into a different resolution than you might know. A resolution, I mean like D7, C7, and going back to G. Here I serve you a different way, and also quite typical for slow blues. Instead of D7 and 1 bar C7, we play 1 bar E flat 7, and again we just fall chromatically from the E flat 7 or D sharp 7 to the D7. Each gets 1 bar, and it's reflected in what we play in the right hand. What a wonderful sound, because we have the 7th and the 9th. Look at the display. Here is the 9th blinking. Blink, blink, blink. Like. And then we have a standard thing on to play on G. Not everything has to be super spectacular, especially if we are just building up. And now a solution. You know, the turnaround always, like beginners, easy. Now you learn that you can be creative on the turnaround. You still play this line in the left hand, but you can play something on top of it. You're not tied to this one. And you will learn in this lesson a couple of ways to play this. Later on we will have like... Yeah, you can be creative and play licks over this bass line. In this case, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And before we go to the E flat 7, which you know already, go chromatically down to the 5 chord. Again, turn around. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. let's start with the next little lick, and there's again a little new technique. Of course, starts with the familiar pattern. And now, look at this. Again, very, very soulful effect. And what are we doing here? Play this. Play this. Can you play this? Yeah. Now, the fifth thing is just having a nap here. Don't give him any attention, like you usually do not give me any attention. Play this, and just this one is having a nap on the D. So, and this way, you get a great new sound. Now, I repeat this on we have a quick change here. Quick change, let's recall, is usually we have 4 G bars in the beginning, the 4 1 chords. And the quick change, go back in my course. It's all for free. I explain everything there. Is if we go briefly for 1 bar to the subdominant. Now, here we play it again. Are we really playing it again, or are we just playing again one of those tasty little variations? It's a little variation. Adding a sixth note, and we have now the nap is going from D to E. Now listen to this. Yeah, a little tail again makes a big difference. Come on, you must feel it, how like that the tail at the end makes an emotional difference. We Germans, we don't have emotions or feelings. It's completely alien to us. I am just, repeating what books are saying. So now we have and again, this run-up is the easiest way to learn it, to remember it. Is like the F is just repeating, boom, 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 knocking his head on the F, and the G on top too. And only the other voices are moving. Like 1, look. And it sounds quite nice. And then the next lick, here. 4 chord, we are on C7 now. And look at this. And again, a new technique you learn here. Now, what is this? It's the first time in your life you play 30-second notes. Like, mathematically speaking, they are 30-second notes. Again, we play 1 and 2 and very typical. Learn this, very typical, wonderful slow blues sound. We build up the tension, we repeat just thirds, triplets, dam, bam, bam, and we release the tension with a little swoosh. Watch out that you finish the last note before you play the last fourth note in the left hand. 2 and again. Same as from the first chorus. I don't repeat this for you. We have another beautiful lick for the 5 chord. 5 and 4 chords. Here on the 5 chord, now, you're mature enough now, you're old enough now to try the independent tremoloing on the 5 chord, just with this. You don't have to, you just have to be straight and stubborn with the 4 chord. And now, I did a tutorial for this independent tremoloing. I will link it under the video. If you cannot play this, you just play 8 triplets. Okay? Not bad either. But now comes what you've been waiting for, what makes your mouth water. I know this. What is this? Here, it's only becoming easy if you learn the right fingering. Only then you will manage to reproduce this. Now, before I repeat it for you, look what I do. 3rd finger, because we want to go down. Well, we don't want to go down, but at least where the word is going down, but we enjoy going down on the piano. And 1, 2, and our old school 6 again. 1 and 2, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, I'm merciful. Third time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And now, coming to another turnaround. 1. Now listen to this. Again, we are a little bit more creative on the turnaround. My heart is melting. No, I don't have a heart. I pretend my heart is melting. Now, or you could even say even a German's heart is melting, so this must be really good. Now, we start. 1 and yes. Here you start from the B flat and you go chromatically up. From here, your left hand knows exactly what it's playing because it's just always the next note. You don't have to turn your your eyes to the left all the time when you can play it blindly and you can focus on the right hand. So you look a little bit. Now you look. So it's there. You can focus on the right hand. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and one more time. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and use the arrow key if you want it more. I want to provide you with a lot of stuff today. Let's go to the next one. By the way, if you want to improve your blues piano skills, come and join my Patreon. I offer up to 4 exclusive bonus lessons where we go really into depth and taking time to practice different aspects of blues piano, but also related styles like a little bit of easy boogie woogie with a pinch of bar piano here and there, or general piano exercises that are useful for you from easy to intermediate. So practice more efficiently with me and join my Patreon community. So what animal do we have here? It's a long animal, but you can see we can dissect it into shorter animals, just like a worm. And then it's not that hard if you start to recognize the single elements to combine them. But it's also a reminder that slow blues is not necessarily like playing fourth notes in the left hand, but also this is also slow blues. Also slow blues. It can have a beat. It just creates a different atmosphere. Now, first, let's inspect these single elements that might already be familiar to you. We have this, and I like to call this the attack, to reach the top note that gives the energy in the end. And there are different ways to for attacking the top note. One of you is coming in a later lick, don't know in which order, I will show them to you, which is with the drone lick to accompany the top note. And this is a very important blues and also slow blues sound to attack the top note with these thirds. Again. So learn this. You must learn this one, says your authority. Okay, now that's the first element. Bam, 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 bam. Now, okay. And these, just a little coda, a little tail to close on the G chord. Played now just on G. Chord notes, connection, drone lick, Okay, again. Connection. And if you desperately want so, you can connect. You put this in between. Always nice fill, unobtrusive. We put it into two parts. First part is just minor blues scale. Put in a nice dress so it can shine, and back it's a familiar figure. Let's start. First the minor blues scale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, it's just minor blues scale. Nice, interesting shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Now what do I do on the way back? It's our well-known 2-5 figure. Why? The name is my invention because the finger setting is just 2 and 5 oversetting all the time in a repeating wonderful pattern. It's easy to play, but impressive. That's all we want. And it goes back. We just landed here. 1. Now, you put your second and fifth finger here. Now it's just interrupted by the thummy. Just to use the second and the fifth finger again on the B flat and the E. Thummy has a little job today. Move over to F and B flat. And from here it's repeating. So if you have a 200 key piano, they produce them, 250 key digital piano, you can play it over 200 keys. Here we just wanted like a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back in mama's lap, home button, G. Yeah, got you confused? That's great. Just the right time for the next one. Now, this one played at mid-tempo is already quite difficult. So it would be like... But in slow, everybody can play it. We have a start with our beloved thirds. As an upbeat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 to... And we dissolve the tremolo into triplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the first bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quick change to the left to C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. Now, don't play it as like a German. Play it, give it some articulation. Okay, let's move on. Next one is waiting for you. Now, this is a long beauty again, but very often, most of the time, the long line consists of single, easy elements that you know already. Just the whole thing played together sounds like Christian's typical magic. It ain't. I'm not a magician. So here again, we have familiar elements. And let's identify them before you put the whole thing together. Now, we need this one. It's G chord notes. Have you seen this before? Oh, then we have the 2/5 figure that you know already. Just please remember, it's just 1 minute ago. Here, starting from the same point we had before. Here, look, nothing easier than this. And then hand decides, well, I'm too far on the left, go a little bit to the right. It's not a political channel, just purely metaphorically speaking. And we go to the quick change chord, the C7 here. And this is what you remember. This is played the C7 with the 9th, with major second, as it's also called. So listen to this. I could play this chord alone all night, and I'm probably gonna do this. Now, let's put the whole thing together. All triplets. 2/5, 2/5, turn right, and arrive at the C7 played with the D in the thummy. Again. Turn to the right from the D. Arrive at the beautiful C7 played with the thummy on the D, and resolve it. Give it a little tail. You will get a job with this lick anywhere, even as a bricklayer. We want you in their team just because you played this lick. Let's go to the next one. We have one more. So again, let's split this long line into 2 bits. We have an upbeat, 1 with a drone. Familiar ground? Yes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. That's the first bit. And 4 and 1 and 2. And we go to the second bit now. Double hit now. Bum, 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 bum. And our third, the royal thirds. You remember the royal thirds from my lessons? Here. Dum-ba-dum. Yeah, you will know them. Okay, now we have them backwards and slower. So, again from here, we go from the double hit here. 1 and 2. Some of you sometimes say, Christian, there are too many swipes in here. Yeah, you can. You don't have to play all of them. Just sounds better. But you can, of course, play like this and add the swipes later. Now I believe we have one or two more choruses with embedded, so they can have them sound in context. Let's go to that next chapter. Now we start with the left hand is getting a little bit in motion here, you see? And hidden here is, I play this. Well, I played here. Yeah? But hidden here is much more. Because I use this pattern also if I accompany slow blues with a little more beat. Like for example, so you just put this for nice groove. You can play it octave down or here. So and you just put it these into 8 triplets, and then you play. Wonderful slow blues groove. Oh, you play just. So these hands really complement each other. Great sound. Also in here, a run down. Before we had the run ups. Now we have a run down. And it sounds especially nice because look at the right hand, what the right hand is doing. We're starting at the G, wanting to go to C7, but this time moving down in octaves. Okay, let's have a look at the octaves. You see, it's just white keys. What is nice sounding here is, look at the right hand, C, G, C, and we're arriving at this sound, where we have the C7 played with the 7 here, the 9th again, you see in the middle, we had that before, and the 5th of C again. And it's morphing, and this is a nice sounding moment. And now we go into motion where you can just hammer away easily. We had this sound before here, the 3, 7, 9, but now we play 1. Bum, bum, bum. We had this transition before with the chords. Yeah? I would like play this together. You know, it's a nice way to go from C back to G. So bum 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 da da, and a bit of groove. Standard groove. Now, and very typical, the grande finale on the last D7. You also reach the highest point in the right hand. We just go on with the rhythmic structure we had before. And let's have a look what I play on the C7 break, because we're having a break there. Highly effective are ways 1, 2, 3. Now, great sound. We are related to G. We go on the major 6, 1, 2, on the 6 on the second triplet, 4 and 2. Now, break. And now, 1. Let's have a look. I tried this to make this really digestible for you. That is not too scary. And look what we do. 1, 4/16 notes in one line. Now, meanwhile, you adjust it to it. 1. And look at this. I start at the from the perspective of G. Think in G for a moment. Yeah, chord is C, but you think in G. We start from the minor third of G, going to the octave, the 7, the 5th. Then again, we just have to split it again into familiar little bits. And here we have a little bit of our 2/5 lick. You see, it's really a universal thing in slow blues and up-tempo blues. And we do the same now here, as we did before. 1 here. Yeah. And then again, bit of drone lick. And you're freed of the left hand anyway, because it's having a break. 1 and triplets and 1 and same. And arriving home button G, yay! But not quite. We have now not a turnaround, but the end. Well known, I know. It is still repeated for you. 1 and G with B in the bass. C sharp, 0, meaning diminished. And then we just rumble a little bit on the G sharp 7. Again, this run up to the end. 1 and G with the B in the bass. C sharp diminished. You're with me? If you're with me at this moment, you're my true friends. And now we go on the G sharp or A flat 7. And now you do this what I showed you in my last gospel tutorial. Yeah, you just instead of, if you cannot do it like this, but you can. But come on. Then you just to play this. And then accelerate. And just a little bit of blues scale, because we love it so much. Say hello to the blues scale. Here. Wah, ba, ba, ba. Just, G minor blues scale. Come on. Like. Play this very freely. There's no counting involved. And then you stretch it like a chewing gum. Drop.